CEO husband found out I gave $1 million project to his female assistant. He thought his 3 months of silence had finally broken me down. Suddenly he's all, let's go to Iceland for our honeymoon. Vivian heard and threw a fit, threatened to quit. Classic. Eric, who treated her like royalty, freaked out. After 3 days of begging, he bailed on the trip, said it was for work, then handed her my ticket. Later, he shrugged it off. Romance is petty. Work comes first. You're my wife. You get it, right? Right. I just stared at Vivian's new post. A couple's selfie, cheek to cheek, hands shaped like a heart. I didn't say a word, just nodded. Eric thought I was finally playing the role. Calm, supportive, mature, promised an even better honeymoon when he got back. Too bad I'd already quit. Too bad he'd already signed the divorce papers. We were done. On day 2 of Eric and Vivian's little honeymoon, I wrapped up my handovers and hit HR to make my resignation official. Not even 10 minutes later, ding, approved. By Eric, of course. Guess Mr. Sutton couldn't wait to drop her. At least she knew when to back off. Yeah, sticking around would have just made it messy. Wonder what she's gonna do now. Why do we care? We're out here scraping by on scraps. She's his wife. She could quit and nap for a year, still be loaded. As I packed my stuff, they stared, barely hiding the smug looks. Nothing new. Everyone knew Vivian and I weren't exactly besties. And Eric, my loving husband, always took her side, sometimes straight up embarrassed me in front of everyone just to keep her happy. So yeah, the office turned on me fast, all desperate to suck up to her. I let out a dry laugh. Sorry to disappoint. I'm not quitting out of heartbreak. I'm leveling up. Just got hired at double the pay, killer benefits. Didn't even glance at their bitter faces. Grabbed my stuff and walked out. Then, of course, Eric called the second I hit the sidewalk. I'd been rehearsing how to break the news, but the second I picked up, he goes, I sent you a file. Finish it and send it back within an hour. So yeah, he still had no clue I'd quit. I almost laughed. Opened the file. It was that same project I'd handed over to Vivian. Classic. She got the credit, I did the work. And when it crashed and burned, I took the hit. At first I said no, but Eric kept pushing. When I didn't cave, he hit me with his favorite move. Silence. Days of it. Even before we got married, my parents drilled it in. Relationships need compromise. I didn't want us to fall apart, so I gave in. Over and over, thought maybe someday he'd get it, see everything I'd done for him. But this time, just to boost Vivian, he picked a fight and iced me out for 3 whole months. Even when I was in the hospital with a 104 fever, he wouldn't glance my way. All he cared about was ripping that $1 million project I spent a month landing right out of my hands. That's when I finally checked out. For real. I'm not at the office, I said, cool as ever. Not at the office? Eric's voice dropped 10 degrees. It's work hours, Haley Henderson. You do realize leaving your post means losing a full day's pay, right? Company policy. I know, but I was just about to say I'd resigned when Vivian's voice slid in, all soft and fake sweet. Eric, if Haley doesn't want to, don't push her. I can handle it. Eric turned syrupy in a blink. A total 180 from how he'd just snapped at me. No, you were up late last night. You should rest today. Vivian tried to play humble. I'm not tired, but Eric shut her down. I'm the boss. If I say rest, you rest. You gonna disobey me now? Vivian giggled. I just feel bad for Haley. It's a lot for her. Eric snorted. You think she works harder than you? You're out there locking down contracts. She's at the office doing nothing. And don't forget, she's my wife, part owner. It's literally her job to step up. Just like that, everything I'd done, wiped away with a shrug. No anger, no jealousy, no heartbreak, just numb. I'd been through it too many times. Eric took my silence as a green light, his voice softening. Haley, you really think I'm just dumping work on you? I'm training you. You're my wife. You should feel more invested in the company. Learn from Vivian. She was up till 4 a.m. last night. I've never seen a girl so driven and talented. Vivian threw in a fake little laugh. I think Haley's great too. Her words said one thing. Her tone said, bless her heart. Eric, oblivious, laughed along. If she were half as good as you, I'd be over the moon. You've handled every major project this year. Perfectly in sync, like always. I stayed quiet. Not worth the energy. Every single one of those major projects had been mine.